All right, welcome back here in the program. Justin Smith in here. Justin, hold it down a little bit. Actually, Justin was the first person who found out about our ordeal from this past Saturday with Jimmy Smith GMC. There he is.
He was coming out to visit us and hang out at the river.
Yeah, well, how'd that go?
Not too good.
All right, as y'all well know, if you haven't, we haven't done a show this week. This is our first show. Appreciate everybody asking, both of y'all. Out there this morning.
Yeah.
Now, what happened was I was rushed by Gloria in the Denali doing over 100 to Athens Limestone Hospital Saturday morning. Thought I was dying of a heart attack or a stroke or both. And then I went to Huntsville. I want to thank Dr. Elliott, my neighbor at Bay Hill, for suggesting I go back to the hospital at home in Huntsville that afternoon and get out of the heat. So after another CAT scan and a spinal tap at 9:30 Saturday night, I got to go home at midnight. And then from there, we found out basically what was wrong with me.
It went from thinking it was a stroke or a heart attack to a bleeding aneurysm to...
It was a scary time, but okay, let me tell y'all what it really was. Now, y'all are going to laugh because this could only happen to Jamie Cooper.
Now, they don't know why you got it or what you were doing when it happened.
Orgasmic migraine, in other words, translates into a sexual headache.
But Jan has...
I ain't kidding, but it's more serious. It's a secret sickness that men in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, this is according to our neurosurgeon, Dr. Norwood from Athens, Indicator, that says... he sees patients at least once a month with a very similar situation. Jan, being our medical expert this morning, does that mean I have to give up on sex, or does it just means I'm a prime candidate for a heart attack?
No, it doesn't mean any of that. I did some research.
I knew
no
you would.
kidding.
Yeah, Johns Hopkins, I found several articles, and Jamie, there is an International Headache Society.
And just due
you
to
might
sex?
want to join that. No, but they...
Folks, we ain't lying. This happened to me.
No,
you just happened
this
to be
is real. And I didn't know it. Yeah, I had no idea.
You thought we were pulling your leg when we told you that.
Well, no, I thought you were dying. I thought you were stroking out. So I immediately...
Oh, I was stroking out, all right.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway,
well, I'm wearing a helmet from now on.
You don't
like
need...
Rossenberger.
No, you don't need a helmet, Jamie. But...
can I try it again?
What you had was a headache associated with sexual activity, and there's 3 types.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Before,
Use
during, and
postural.
after. And yours was called a postural headache.
A what?
Postural, post-postural. Okay. And I'm trying to keep this as, legal
Simple.
as possible. Okay. Now, it's provoked by exertional factors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no kidding. I could have told you that.
And it's related to a vascular activity, coughing, exertion, or sexual activity. They're
Really?
all related.
He can do the same thing drinking coffee?
No. Cough.
Oh, cough.
Cough. You could cough.
I'm like, phew, caffeine.
Or
All
you
right,
could lift.
All right. What I did was I got up 3 o'clock in the morning, didn't feel good, thought I'd been drinking a few beers the
Friday
night
night.
before. Not that that's some big shock to y'all. Laying out late, not eating. Feeling a little frisky Saturday morning, crawl in bed with my young wife, in case y'all haven't noticed. Next thing I know, that's all I can do to stay alive.
Easy now.
It was a screaming headache.
It was literally, he
Yeah,
could not
well.
even get dressed, and it really scared us because I thought he was
Right.
having a heart attack on me. So I got him dressed, got him in the car. We rushed to Athens Hospital, so that was me, and I only went 105. Never got over that. Didn't see any officers on Highway 72. Thank you for not
Where were
stopping
you when I
me.
needed you, Officer O?
Yeah.
All right, Jan,
But it's
continue.
frightening. Well,
It
it's
was very
frightening because
frightening.
you think you're having a stroke, and
Yes.
it just happens. Boom! Automatically, you have.
Oh, it was instant.
The worst headache you've ever had. Is that
Times
correct, Jamie?
10.
Times 10. Okay, so you go to the doctor. Usually, by the way, if you should have called 911. Okay.
Instead of taking
We couldn't
him.
remember the number.
Okay. All right. Now the cause is unknown.
Good to be alive.
When we got to the hospital, they thought it was a bleeding aneurysm.
Right.
Because he had every symptom of it.
Right. And so what they have to do is eliminate all the other causes. So they thought it was all of these other
So they
things.
do CAT scans.
Right, they do CAT scans, and also the high blood pressure is a distinct giveaway.
High blood
because the blood
pressure.
pressure goes
Yes.
up.
It went to 191
It's the
over
lowest it's been in a
111.
week today because I'm back at
Because you're
work.
among all of us, your friends you love.
You know what? I really ought to be your guy's hero out there. I am thinking about calling Larry King and everybody. I'm going to become the national spokesman
You
for
should.
what is it? Orgasmic migraines
No,
or
you didn't.
sexual headaches.
You didn't have an orgasmic. Don't
The
forget
hell I
pre, there's pre and then orgasmic and postural. Yours was postural, based on
Mine was all of them in together.
well, but it was after, right immediately after.
You weren't there. It was there.
Jamie, you have described this to me in glowing terms.
Oh, it was glowing terms, all right.
Oh, it was at the precise moment, Jan.
See, that's why it's a postural headache. It was
Okay.
at the precise moment of.
Yeah, is this too much for y'all?
It was at the precise moment of ecstasy.
Yeah, okay, that's a good way to put it.
Right. Okay, because this is a family show. Okay.
Not
so,
for long.
My blood
One of the
pressure's
side
high.
effects.
Don't get hot. Baby, don't be getting hot again. I'll have another headache. Man.
And I imagine
keep up.
Gloria's
I'm gonna-
had
hey, I'm
a
gonna
short break here.
I'm going to start nicknaming you Firecracker.
But Jamie,
I'm
actually,
like a cherry bomb.
it's actually not Gloria's fault. It's yours.
No.
You got too
You think so?
excited.
You think a jury's going to believe that? She literally tried to kill me.
No, you tried to kill yourself.
What a way to go.
I'm like,
Yeah.
But there is a side effect, Jamie, that I don't want to tell you about. Gloria, you might find this interesting and hopeful.
Yeah, what is that?
Fear of having sexual relations in the future.
Well, that ain't kill me yet.
Okay? Because men believe that, well, if I have this sexual activity, I'm going to have this happen again, and it can happen again.
That's what Dr. Norwood said. He said,
Okay.
it's just like falling off a horse. You got to get on again.
That's right, you do. But that's
That's
easier.
why we're leaving early after the show.
Yeah, but that's easier said than done.
should we
No
just stay
kidding.
in the
Don't you think I've tried it already?
Should we just stay in the parking lot? at
And
the
there are some
hospital?
prophylactic.
What? Prophylactics?
Yes, there are some. Jamie, this is a word that doesn't mean what you think it does.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the prophylactic medicine
Oh,
is
medicine.
a prevention. Are you on any type of preventive
I don't need
medication?
any.
Ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen.
That's exactly right. It's a
Advil, Tylenol. If
an
it's a painkiller,
anti-headache.
I'm eating it.
It's an anti-headache,
Yeah, anti-headache. Yeah.
right? Medication.
Oh my.
So what else do you want to know?
I got to tell y'all, I just want to make a statement. Brad, get me on. I want to tell you guys out there in your 40s,
This
50s,
is
60s.
serious.
Now, this has killed. I know people that have had friends die in the presence of their girlfriend in bed with them, and then they'll get the body out, put it in a car where it looked like it happened somewhere else, keep the wife from finding out.
True statement.
I am going on record today. Now, all kidding aside, I am the poster boy for sexual headaches. It happens. It can happen to you. But let me tell you one thing.
But
It's
you know what?
certainly on a serious thought. I thought I was dying. So now I
all
feel
did.
like, hey, when you think you're invincible, you ain't. Okay? Everything comes to a halt until you get a get-go from your doctor. So,
Which now it's humorous because it's
yeah,
funny.
it's very
but
humorous
It was
now.
very
Yeah.
serious at the time.
Jan, is that it?
Well-
Am I going to be okay?
Well, wait a minute. The
we
neurologist
hope.
said he's seen you on TV and you've never been right. He did
We
make
hope.
that statement.
We hope, Jamie.
Okay, everybody
We're
can
so
start
glad
making
you
jokes
didn't
about me
have a
now.
stroke. But really, I thought you were having a stroke.
And typically, had he
You
not
had
been
all
healthy,
the symptoms.
if this happens to men that aren't as healthy as you, it turns into a stroke or a heart attack. So it is a very serious issue.
But not necessarily, because really it's intra-abdominal pressure. That
What
is-
are the chances of it happening again?
Oh, it could
Jamie,
happen
I do
again.
not know. I didn't find that in my research.
So,
But
if
the
we're
doc-
going to have sex again, pull down to Athens Limestone Hospital and do it in the truck, right?
Jamie,
Well, I ain't got far to
just-
go.
like Dr. Norwood said, just continue with your life and don't worry about stuff.
Oh, that's easy to say.
I know.
Well,
Take
Jan,
your Tylenol and just
thank you
resume.
very much for sticking this ordeal out with us.
Oh, anytime.
Thank you
Jamie.
very much, baby, for putting me in that situation, making me a hero amongst my peers.
I cannot believe. And he thought it would be great to die that way. I'd be traumatized for life.
It
What
would be a
but
good
you know,
way.
what a way to go.
Really.
We got more coming up. Thank you very much, Jan. If you got any questions, like to
I'm
talk to
under
me
pressure.
personally about your sexual problems, give me a call at 230-49. But thank you, Athens Limestone Emergency Room, Huntsville Emergency Room,
Hospital.
Dr. Norwood down in Decatur, and Alan and Lisa Coleman for helping me out in my time of need. And baby,
Tamara.
above all, thank you for killing me. We'll take a break and be right back. Y'all hang on.